Everybody, welcome back. We're doing another Marvel Future Revolution video. In this one, we're talking world first. Specifically, who, if anybody, has confirmed if we've got a world first on Alliance Raid finish. Every time in MMOs, this is typically one of the most important things for those end game type players. They're always pushing to be the world first in whatever the biggest and most current raid is. So they push for it, they want to get to it, and they're sort of bragging rights. Now, currently, at least as far as I'm aware, in the game, Netmarble does not have anything that sort of rewards that outside of in-game stuff. We're going to talk about that a little bit, and we're going to look at, is this the first world first to beat Alliance Raid level 20? All right, check it out. If you know of somebody who did it sooner, please comment below. Hit me up in the Discord. That link is in the description below. That's the easiest way to follow along content. And if you want to help out with the YouTube algorithms, always appreciate it if you hammer down like buttons, click notification bells, and subscribe. Share with friends, etc. And if you want to do that membership thing for support, send kisses your way. All right, let's check it out.
Bring me WolverThor!
Okay, so first, let's bring this up. So we've got a world first, I believe. Again, if you know of somebody who's done this prior to last night, today is May 21st. So as soon as the clock struck midnight on into May 21st on Eastern Standard Time, this was achieved. So it was at night during that time, and if you know of anything that's better or sooner than this, please let me know. But my understanding is this is it. These guys right here, penthouses, are the nemesis that we used to face all the time in Alliance and Mega War. That's us being XForce. Great competitors. Everything that I've interacted with these folks has been good. I've never had a bad experience with them. I like competing with people like this because any smack talk is typically in good nature, but typically it's a lot of good games. How'd you do that? How'd you improve? You know, you really theory craft with each other so that you can both improve. So again, as far as I'm aware, penthouses, NA East, these guys were the first ones to clear, as you can see here, level 20. Okay, so if you know of somebody, and again, it was last night, as soon as the clock struck midnight into 5:21 or whenever the reset was, I guess maybe, I think it's midnight. These guys beat it at reset. So is there anybody in Europe? Anybody in Asia? Anybody on the West Coast? I don't know. I don't think so. So one of the things that I do want to talk about outside of congratulating these folks is what does it take to get this far? I know we'll look at what we do as an alliance, and I can share with that, kind of get there. But you can see that there is some monster scores here at the top. A 548K score gets you to about, halfway, because you can see right here with this score that gets you about halfway. And then right at the bottom, you can see their lower scores were at 44 and 53K. So if those scores at the bottom are about 44, 53, 77, midway is 548K, and then the tops are in 3.4, 2.9, etc. What does that mean as far as getting to the end here and being able to push to get to level 20? So, and this is all me speculating. I have not talked to these guys about their strategy. I thought about asking, but frankly, I think it's too early to do that. I want them to have their strategy and keep pushing it because they deserve that. They're the ones who got there. I don't necessarily think it's a secret formula. I think that they're organized. I think that they're strong, and I think that they pay attention to the buffs. I think those are probably the biggest things that they're doing, and they have the commitment from their alliance to go in there and do that. So when they organize a time, they say, maybe it's this hour or that hour, and they've got a majority of their alliance mates who can make one of those 2 or 3 times, depending how many they set up. And then they've got any stragglers who just straight up can't, because a lot of people who play mobile games are adults who might have a job or school or a family or kids or whatever, and they might not be able to make set times. So I think that's a big part of it. We know from just facing penthouses, I know that these folks are just, they have massive, massive squads. I'm sure Victorious here probably has, you know, 5 or 6 tunes over, you know, 1-7 or something like that to get a score like that. That's pretty impressive. And then again, they pay attention to those buffs. So when you're looking at, you know, a companion in there or something like that, they're probably smart about making sure that they get the right amount of people to go in there so that they can as close to one shot it as possible versus wasting, you know, alts to run in through here. So right now I will say congratulations to Penthouses. I know that Chaos Theory and Endgame were also pushing. They might also finish this week. So while they get they all finish the same week at finishing level 20. Technically, these guys are the world first until somebody can show me something different. So congratulations to these guys. Before I switch to one of my final topics, one of the things I want to talk about is, you know, it'd be nice if world firsts in MMO, like I said, these are a big deal. What I like about these in some of the other traditional MMOs is that you'll get mounts, maybe a special mount that only that person gets, a title that only that person or that group gets. I would like for Netmarble to consider a world first type title. It doesn't take anything, you know, to buy. It doesn't, I mean, you've already spending the money to get powerful. It's a cosmetic thing, no power tied to it, none at all. Maybe a costume, a colored costume or something that had no stats, it's just appearance. But I think it would be really, really cool that the alliance that gets world firsts like this gets something like that. I personally think it should be a title and a cosmetic like colored costume of some sort. I don't know what. And I think that might be a harder thing to do because the costumes, they might need to, you know, make a costume for each individual character. I don't know. Maybe they can do that simply and easily, but just a world first epic costume for each character, almost like it's like a royalty-esque costume. It doesn't necessarily have to be even comic lore, but I think something like that. So it just shows like, I am royalty, look at me, I have done this, I have conquered the first. Now royalty, maybe that's not a thing. Maybe it's a, you know, elite sniper squad. Maybe it's a, some sort of, you pick the country, but whatever the country is, their elite fighting force. I don't know. That gets a little bit harder because, you know, that typically is either black or camo or something like that. So that's why I leaned into the royalty a bit. But I don't know. I mean, there's got to be something that Marvel can come up with. At least a title. I think at least a title would be awesome. And then each time that, like I said, like if they add another 5 levels to this in 5 months or something, that then there's another new world first that somebody can get. Maybe they change the title slightly or change the color slightly to whatever the royalty costume is, whatever. I don't know. So I want to throw that out there because I think that will help people, and it's a PvE thing, so I think that's really cool. And since it's cosmetic, it's not going to change a lot of gameplay, but it'd give people something to chase and be something that people can flex when they do get it, and that nobody can ever get once they do. So now, having said that, a little bit more on what this might take. So I know is XForce here. You know, we just got to step 16 either last night or this morning. I'm not sure when. You can see our scores. So I mean, our bottom is probably pretty low. We probably have some people. We've got some people who haven't even really touched it. And it looks like we've got, so look at that. So we've got some people now. Some of these people have some real life things going on. We're a little bit kind of like, we understand, no big deal. Some people just aren't as necessarily interested in the game right now, so they're just kind of doing really generic dailies. But you can see like the score differences here, where in the penthouses, the lowest one they had was 44K, which in ours is right around here. So, you know, and again, we've still got levels we could go. So, you know, maybe some of these people could get there, I'd say. So, you know, maybe in this 40 range, they could get a little bit more damage and build that up a bit. And the high score, the top 2 scores were 3.4 and 2.9. Now, let's see, where are guys? So JS, Halfsen, Warrior Queen, and Wong here are, you know, they're about 500,000, and they typically are in this 1 to 2 mil range. They've got Halfsen's just a beast with his primary character. He's got a couple alts that he can kind of bring in there a little bit. But I know JS, Warrior Queen, and Wong all have like wide rosters. So, you know, this is pretty, when I look at this, like that is, you know, we're only 4 steps away from them, and their top person is double our top person. Their second person is, what is that? Almost 4 times, you know, I mean, that's sort of nuts. Their 24th ranked person would be our 4th or 5th ranked person. So they're doing some serious damage in that and taking it down. Now, there might be a lot of points to be gained between levels 16, 17, 18, and 19, and then 20. I am sure there's a lot of points there, and maybe that would bring all of these up. So that's an interesting concept to think about. But it is impressive that these guys have a pretty decent spread across their alliance. Again, kudos to them. I like to congratulate people when they do well and do world first type stuff. If you do know anybody in game that has done this, please, like I said, share. I'd love to hear it. And then just to end this thing, we will go back. I got a video from Solway here. Like and subscribe to his channel. I will bring that up here in a second, and it just shows them kind of getting it when they finish it. All right, so they've got, so their date changes. You can see that as soon as it reset, they were just going. It got to 16. I mean, they were on this thing, ready to go. 16. They're using, I think we watch him here. He'll use some enhancers. They're going in. He's trying to click those enhancers to make sure that this gets down pretty quickly. I think he went into the MODOK group. They had one more group they had to kill. You can see that Victorious in here. They were all ready to go as soon as that thing ticked over. They were not messing around. They wanted to make sure they were world firsts. You can see them all there. That will be, I'll have to use that as my thumbnail and just a giant thing so that you can see some of their names. I know it's only a part of their names. So anybody who's not in there from Penthouses, you know, still much love to you. And you can see them, they're just smoking the rest of this MODOK. It is flying down even at level 20. The massive damage you can see there. Ogre's doing about 6 mil. Rescue Squad is 6 mil. Victorious just get to 6 mil. So you've got Ogre, not Ogre, I guess. I don't know if that's Ogre or not, but just doing massive damage in here in a very short amount of time. It's barely 1 minute and 50 seconds, and they're already at like 10 mil on this thing. So this is just, you know, straight up bonker stuff. You can see, I think Solway here's got, or Solly is, sorry, I do that all the time, buddy. I think he had Cersei as a companion. So again, very impressive there. They'll finish, you'll see that'll come off. They got a bunch of great damage there, scrolls through, well done. Different range. And then it'll pull up here. You'll see that they're finishing off Dormammu. And it's gonna be, you can see they had 23 hours left. So it really was just right before 23 hours and 58 minutes. They weren't messing around. So as soon as that thing ticked over, they were in there and getting ready to do it. And then Dormammu's about to drop here in a second. So again, shout out to you guys. Very well done. They collect the last one. That's it. They kick butt. They did a really good job. There you go. So these guys, again, well done. So if you want to see more stuff like this, where I give shout outs to anybody, please do let me know if you've got something. I like to promote people who do good jobs. I love sharing these type of things. It sort of harbors good competition amongst all the communities. So spread this amongst your alliances, spread it to all your friends, family, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, grandma, grandpa. Hammer down like button, click notification bell, subscribe, all that sort of thing. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.